Folks, welcome back to a new off the cuff. Today's going to be kind of a different video, I suppose. I wanted to come on here, gather my thoughts about the channel again. I know I feel like I just did one of these videos like not even a month ago. But I've had some ideas about where I want the channel to go in the future, and where I see it going. And to be honest, I don't know if I want to continue with these off the cuff style videos necessarily. Um, a big reason being is I do find it hard to come up with like a thing to talk about each month or each week, right? And it's not that there's plenty of ideas that I have, but I want it to be something I want to talk about that week. And sometimes there's just not that. Um, so I find myself either kind of forcing a video, which I don't think comes off well. And I- to be honest, I think I want to put my time and effort into the comics content for this channel. I think that's where the heart of this channel is. Was its intended purpose, kind of starting out way back, last spring when I really started to upload more. It was really just all about comics. Um, and I obviously I have like my movie show and my gaming show, which I really love doing. But I feel like that's kind of adjacent to like the comics. It's still kind of dealing with like nerdy stuff. Um, and I do plan on making a longer form videos on movies and TV shows and video games that I really like and talking about those. But the off the cuff videos in particular, I feel like just don't really fit in with my channel. And I think I need to really be a little more intentional on the type of channel this is. And to be honest, I just don't see a place for these off the cuff videos where I sit down and talk about something that's on my mind. All right, like I said, there's times where nothing really sticks out to me that I want to talk about. And not to say I won't ever do this type of like off the cuff video again, because I'm sure I will. I'm sure there'll be something on my mind that I really just kind of want to sit in front of a camera and kind of regurgitate to you guys or just gather my thoughts around. I'm sure there will be, absolutely. So in that instance, I would do another off the cuff. So not necessarily the end of the off the cuff style videos, but I definitely want to not focus on them so much on a week to week basis. Um, and I'm starting a new stream, I guess. So off the cuff is kind of is morphing into something else. It's taking a new form. And that's interviews. I just did an interview with Bunk Master B. Shout out. I'm doing one with Jordan from The Brave and the Boys when this is uploaded. That will already have happened. And then I'm doing one with Jake from The Brave and the Boys, and I have a few others kind of lined up. And I think that's where I kind of want my channel to go more towards is live interviews. Um, so they're going to be called off the cuff interviews, right? Where they are going to be kind of comic adjacent, right? It's going to be with comic people, and not always. I'm sure I'll try to have other type of content creators on there, and eventually I want to have writers and artists on as well. That would be incredible. Um, but I think it would just be a better use of my time to focus firstly on the off the cuff interviews, right? But also putting more effort into my comic review videos that I do, and then my other live streams that I do as well. Um, I just think these off the cuff videos kind of stick out like a sore thumb. And not to say I don't have a good time making them, because I do. They're quite frankly pretty easy to make. I just sit in front of a camera and talk. There's literally zero editing involved, really. So from that aspect, it's pretty nice. But I don't think it's a good use of my time overall. Um, I also too want to start creating comic books. Right? You're going to see maybe more of that on my other social medias, TikTok, Instagram. I may start uploading on like I can't remember the name of it now. The webcomic, Webtoons, I think that's what it's called, where I upload comics that I make, because that's ultimately where I want my trajectory to go, is in more making comics. Um, so I just don't know if the off the cuffs necessarily fit into that vision. And I don't want to say they're a waste of time or anything like that, because, like I said, they really don't take too much time, maybe half an hour altogether. Um, but that's a half hour I could be used to making more TikToks, or making a comic, or focusing on my live streams and making those better, right? Where those, it's a little more targeted, right? Where I guess it's like pop culture, like movies, games, the All in One Nerd Show, where we kind of talk about anything nerdy that's happening. That's been a lot of fun. I've been having a blast doing that. And then obviously my comic reviews that I do weekly, the Comic Corner. Um, that's not going to stop. You're going to get those weekly every Wednesday at noon Eastern Standard Time. Um, and maybe I'll get to a place where I could do two of those, or maybe I could do throw in a separate video about like a movie or TV show, and do a longer, or a video game, and do a longer formatted video on that. Um, we'll see. I don't know. I think this channel is morphing still, um, and growing, and I think that's a good thing. I think every YouTube channel should always kind of be growing and changing directions to some degree. And I never want to be in a place where um, things are too easy, I guess, and too formulaic, right? Um, so yeah, ultimately, I think this is going to be the last weekly off the cuff. It is probably not going to be the last off the cuff in general. Um, and if I decide I want to do an off the cuff, it's probably just going to be more sporadically here and there. I don't want to necessarily have a target to hit each week. Um, yeah. So as always, I'm curious as to know what you guys think about this potential change. Um, if some of you guys think I'm making a mistake and should continue the off the cuffs, please let me know. That would be incredible. I always cherish you guys' support and feedback in any way. And yeah, I mean, not much is changing with the channel other than just no more off the cuffs. I'm still going to do Comics Corner. Those are going to be more of the edited videos once a week now. I'm still going to upload shorts every day. Do my live streams, which I'm going to have 4 live streams now. The Monday Night Gaming, which is a lot of fun. The off the cuff interviews every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's what I'm aiming to do. Obviously, if I have a person who I want to interview who's like, I just can't do that time coming up, we have to figure something else out, then I'll do that. And I'll let you guys know too in the schedule that I upload each Sunday for the upcoming week. Um, and then my movie show, which we're changing the name from Silver Screen Show to Double Feature, because we always end up talking about 2 movies, and me and Aiden think that's just uh, makes for better content. And it's for me, it's a lot more fun that way too. So we're just going to change that to Double Feature. That's going to be the new movie show, same time, Thursdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then we're going to do the All in One Nerd Show still with Illuminati, which has been an absolute blast. I have absolutely had the time of my life doing that show, and growing and whatnot. It's just been awesome, truly awesome. And that's going to be Saturday. We may change up the time to 7 p.m. I think we're going to try that out for the next couple weeks. Just be on the lookout for a schedule for the exact times. And we're going to see how that performs at 7 p.m. instead of 6 p.m. So some small changes. Like I said, if you guys really think I'm making a mistake with stopping these off the cuff weekly videos, please let me know. You are gaining more content uh, in the longer form with the off the cuff interviews that I'll be doing weekly now. Um, so, kind of a trade-off, but I think ultimately that would just be a better use of my time, and it makes more sense for my channel. It's more comic book adjacent or pop culture adjacent, whatever you want to call it. Um, and yeah, I do want to eventually make longer formatted videos, maybe like video essay type things on pop culture, movies, TV shows, video games, all that good jazz. And yeah, I just don't know if this off the cuff fits in. I think it's kind of on the chopping block. But change is a good thing, so please don't be upset. It is what it is. It's something I've kind of toyed with now for a couple weeks, and I think ultimately it's the right decision, because these off the cuff videos are kind of hard to market. It's like I just kind of ramble on about something, so they don't necessarily fit in with my content, my other content. They like I said, they kind of stick out like a sore thumb. So I want to take the channel in a little bit of a different direction moving forward, and like I said, be just more intentional with the type of content that I'm making, which is going to be like comic book adjacent, um, and I guess all things nerdy. I guess that can be kind of the tagline of my channel, all things nerdy. So look forward to more interviews. If you enjoyed the one I did with Bunk, and if you caught the one I did with Jordan, that's as I'm filming this, it's tomorrow, but when this video is out, it was the day before. And yeah, so expect more of those interviews. I really enjoy that. The one I did with Bunk was awesome, and I've had other people on like the All in One Nerd Show and whatnot, and it's just always great talking to people in that format. And like I said, I think that's just a better use of my time, and I enjoy it a little bit more, and it makes more sense for my channel right now, at least. So please like, comment, subscribe, all that good jazz, and stay tuned for more. Take care, folks.